Game of War Hero is ostensibly about these two soldiers that are caught in the midst of a battle. So they pull out a mobile phone and then they call on these heroes. And so ceremoniously, Mariah Carey's song Hero kind of chimes in.
This one's got a much more kind of fun and less serious tone to it. I mean, this has got creatures, it's got crowds, it's got environment, so it's got all that good stuff. But to do it with a degree of humour as well. It was great fun to be on a shoot of that scale. We had 250 extras that formed our 4 different armies or 4 different fighting factions. We had 10 horsemen and stunt people on set. We had pyro on set. But just simply the scale of it and trekking up into this quite remote and barren area really gave a sense of atmosphere to the shoot. The elements of that we shot actually in LA was Mariah. She wasn't able to make it out to Croatia. We were interested to see how her action and her performance was going to match, all this breakneck pace of the battle that's happening. And she was great, she got there and she really threw her all into it.
There's lots of special effects that go into it. There's dragons falling and hitting the ground. There's hordes of armies, there's volcanoes and dragons flying around in the background, and then of course you've got Mariah Carey in the foreground. So there's a lot of elements that are in balance there.
And we've got the CG crowds, we've got effects work throughout, which is flame and smoke and particle debris that's flying through the whole scene. We've got the dragon, of course.
Initially it wasn't a big part of the story, but quickly became a bigger kind of key player in the narrative and sort of sets the stage for Mariah Carey's entrance into the commercial in a kind of big, bold way. And so we really wanted to help make a big statement with that. When we're exploring different visual effects ideas, what we'll do is put together a concept frame that's either from the storyboard or a key frame that's lifted from the ad itself in an offline, and then develop something that's more of a detailed representation of where we want to take it. And so the dragon was involved in its development through that process. We would set up like background castles and put in the dragon concept frames that we liked to just build a bigger image of how this character was going to fit into the story and also what kind of world we wanted to create. I think deep down, we're all like super nerds. So given the opportunity to work on a commercial which has dragons flying around, breathing fire and volcanoes in the background and all sorts of calamity, there's certainly no artist that I know that isn't clamoring for the opportunity.
Time to be heroes, guys. Game of War. Download and play for free now from the App Store.